Welcome to day two of Nitrogen Fearless Conference. We're having a great time here. I don't know about you,
I'm
David.
having a blast.
Having a blast. So I'm on with David Wood from Gateway Financial Partners. And Gateway, I see Gateway all over the place. It's on social media. I'm hearing it from other advisors. So I was kind of curious of how you started the firm, how you got in the business, and what are the type of advisors and clients you work with.
Sure. So I actually dropped out of college in 1986 to get into this business. So I started in 86, part-time in college led to no time, and then started Gateway Financial Partners in 1994. As I look back over the history of the organization, I think, this industry has changed so much. And I think there was I would say very little change. If you look at the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, I mean, there was some change, right? We saw a decline in pricing, the advent of things like ETFs. I started in the industry, we sold mutual funds with a 8.5% load. And if I did that today, I go to jail, right? So I think we've seen a big change in pricing, but I think the real change in our industry has occurred over the last 10 years. And I think there's more opportunity today in financial services than ever. I think there's really three factors that have driven that. The first is just the I think consolidation of our industry. 40% of the broker dealers in the last 13 years have disappeared. So we've seen a lot less broker dealers. About 10% of the advisors over that period of time are no longer in the business. So we've got a change of the way the business operates, number one. You take two, a big need for advice. We get 10,000 baby boomers every day turn 65. People need more advice, and they're also willing to pay for advice like never before. So we've got a consolidation and changing industry. We've got a bigger need for advice. And then you put the third factor, which creates the perfect storm, is that a third of our industry is going to retire in the next 10 years. So you put all that stuff together, and I think it spells nothing but opportunity.
That's amazing. I'm working with a group called FinServe, and it's helping young professionals come through the ranks and get into the financial services. It helps to promote diversity. And what would you say to a young person today coming into the business, and what type of advisors are you looking to attract to Gateway Partners?
So I think as an industry, right, we've got to look at ways to get younger people into the industry. I think that that's something that is pretty concerning, because if you look at a third of the industry retiring, we're not seeing that number of young people come back into the industry. So here's some of the things that we've done as a firm. We put 450 interns through our company over the last 10 years. So I think we want to start in college, bringing people in who I think we can find to share the values of what we're looking for as team members. And then we use that as a way to hire people. So about 2/3 of our team members have come into our organization through our internship program. So it's a way to find people with a good cultural fit and want to work hard. And then we can train them for the skills, right? Let's just face it. I don't think college is fully preparing people in real life for the skills that they need, right? And some of these things are basic skills, like I've got to show up on time, work, I can't be on social media all day long, right? So I think that when I look at this, we want to start by bringing more young people into the industry. I also think creating more diversity as we've moved from an environment of selling stuff to people. I started in 86. We sold product to people, right? We don't do that anymore. Now it's about a relationship business. I think women are much better at that. So I think we're going to see a lot more women get into financial services. And I think we'll see those numbers. I think it's going to be one of the biggest growing segments over the next 10 years. It's going to be female financial advisors. So I think as a firm, we've got to be well positioned to support advisors who are diverse. I think that and diversity is really interesting, because I think we a lot of times look at diversity as black, brown, and white, and it really isn't. I think diversity is so much more than that. It's diversity of age. I think age is one of the other big diverse factors. Like, we've got to look at that. So I think that race is part of it, but I think diversity goes much further than that. I think as a firm, we've got to be supportive of that, because I think that's where a lot of the industry growth is going to come from.
Yeah, and your firm's doing a great job of that. I see Sydney Hebert at the conference. I've seen her on social media and outreaching to financial advisors, financial professionals. Your daughter, Morgan,
Yep.
Coming up in the industry.
Yep.
Some great young professionals at the firm. And the industry has changed. I mean, I remember starting as a financial advisor of MetLife in 1999, selling insurance contracts with assumptions of 10 to 12% on them, not realizing being a young kid and realizing later on that you have to be more protective and make sure that at Fearless and Nitrogen, right, the software that they provide enables advisors to be able to do that. So thank you so much, David Wood from Gateway Partners, for coming on. Oh, and last question, how would someone that wants to learn more about Gateway find out about your firm?
Sure, they can reach right out to me at dwood@joingateway.com, or our website, joingateway.com.
Excellent. I'll put the links on LinkedIn for you as well.
Awesome. Thanks,
All right.
Jeff.
Yeah, great
Thanks.
conversation.